Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. And we are live! Sorry for being a minute late, everybody. Let me pop everything open. Welcome to late night Final Fantasy XIV. Okay, stream manager. Great. Twitch is still not working. That's fine. Okay, we'll turn Twitch off for now and not worry about it. Naniri will be with us shortly. We're still getting things all figured out with our new schedule. But yeah, we're gonna be playing Final Fantasy V. We're gonna be catching back up from where we were. Let's hop on a call with them. Let's see, are they good to go? But yeah, so we're obviously a little later than we usually are tonight. That's mainly because one, Naniri need more time in their days, and also we started recording lore talks on Thursdays. But now we recorded lore talk on Silty Subterrane, but we are also we're now doing it a little bit later in the evening. We're gonna see how that works. I know a lot of our viewers are more early birds than they are night owls, but let's pop out the stream. How y'all doing? Raven, good to see you, glad to have you. Stuart, Ray, Raven, good to see you, glad to have y'all. How are you doing this fine evening? Let's see if Ray put out an announcement. Okay. Naniri's setting up the Discord. In the meantime, I guess we'll do just a little bit of quick farming. For those of you who don't remember what happened last time, let me go ahead and remind us all and myself. This is the problem. This is why you never play games like this not in one sitting. Most of the time I play like every Final Fantasy game in 1 or 2 sittings. I guess I played 16 in a couple sittings because we were streaming. But basically the worlds combined, and then we came back to our world. We lost oh my god, we got Ferris, Krile, Bartz, but we lost oh my god, I'm forgetting everyone's names. Lena. After we went back to Tycoon, we got split up. And hopefully we will be getting her back in our party, because grinding with only 3 characters is not the way that the game's meant to be played. And I'm going to share my screen with Naniri. Infinite, good to be glad to have you. I had such a nice date with Rydia. Aw, so my day's been perfect. Oh, that reminds me, I got a message back, Rydia. They messaged me. Infinite retracted message. Pretty good, getting ready to work out while listening. Nice. 16 stream was definitely an experience. Was it that bad? I mean, I don't know. I had a good time. I still feel such complicated feelings about 16. There's so many things I like about it, and then also it just didn't hit as hard emotionally. And also, it's the first time I've ever played a brand new game like that, where the first time I experienced it was on stream, and I wonder if that also didn't dull the emotions somewhat. But yes, we are currently going back to the pyramid in the middle of the desert in order to get, if I'm not mistaken, certain gemly gems that we can use in order to try to save the day and defeat X-Death, who is, yes, a sentient tree. Hey, Naniri, are you there?
I am here.
Okay. See, I told you I could vamp for a couple minutes.
Believe in your skill.
Would you like to try and help me remember the bits and bobs of last time that I forgot, because I forgot to actually refresh all my
Yeah, I can do my very best. So essentially, you know, we had a little bit of a character arc of Krile stepping into her own, and doing some of her own stuff after the death of Gallop, of course. He died the stream before last, I think, but you know, she was still sort of a quieter character in the stream after. But you know, she started to step up. We do actually see the beginnings of character arcs in writing, outside of Cecil, which we've had before, obviously. So that was nice.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Good to see you. Glad to have you. Yeah, we're going a little late. We're doing late tonight because we're recording Lore Talks in the early part of the day.
Yeah, we have done a full talk for you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna by the end of today have spent 5 hours together.
Oh yeah.
Lolly Ho Naniri.
Hi,
Says
Infinite.
Also, Naniri, how are you doing in the morning? Like, because now for you, instead of like riding the high of the rest of the day and getting tired or the end, you're actually waking up.
Yeah, I think it'll be a nice beginning. The VOD might be a little bit more chill, maybe, but we'll see.
Sounds good. Bad. It was so cool, so interesting. You got done late for me. Oh, sorry, Infinite.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh my God. How late is it for you now then? Enjoyed 16 streams. Okay, good. Yukio, hi, Naniri. I'm emotionally traumatized by JJ. Yukio, your propensity to come into chats and then start talking about a random anime or other form of media are truly, it's a beautiful thing.
Well, it's okay, Yukio. You may not need to be traumatized for long because Mappa's staff are going on strike, so there might not be very much more of the season right now.
Oh, is the animation studio going on strike because of conditions?
Yeah, it's looking like it. I think it's an unofficial strike right now. They just said we're not making you any more episodes. But it seems like they've been really overworked because the next week's episode still isn't finished, so it's a whole thing.
I mean, it's wild that they're not just given like a year or two to like actually just do the whole thing. The fact that they have to be crunching that hard is
Anime crunch is absolutely insane.
I'm sure there's got to be worse crunch out. Yeah, I'm sure there's got to be worse crunch out there, but like that is, in terms of the horror stories I've heard, that is some of the worst for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my God. Infinite, thank you so much for hanging out with us as much as you do. 3 a.m. and you're lordy. The message was something about Twitch. You kind of left it on for like 19 hours, Elio. Yeah, I had it. So there's a glitch in OBS right now where I usually can turn on, I can dual stream, but for some reason when I, it's breaking because of the new OBS update. So I just got to fix that. But shall we get going, Naniri?
Let's get going.
Do you remember, so we need to go to the Pyramid of Moor. Do you remember what we were trying to get here though? Is it like, there was a gem, I believe, or some sort?
That sounds about right to me. We were doing, so we just sort of wrapped up the story with the warriors, like the former warriors of light, to coin a phrase. But I'm not entirely sure what exactly we were supposed to get here. Sometimes, as much as the writing is better in this game, the MacGuffins get a little bit beyond me.
I mean, look, if you want to default to saying it's always crystals, you wouldn't be wrong.
It is
also
almost always crystals.
So if you look at the background, we got the Egyptian background going around, and maybe I've just got Karn on the mind, but I immediately thought of Karn. And then I see these gargoyles, and I'm just thinking of the gargoyles of 14 the Void Scent use, and I'm just like, maybe I play a little too much of one game.
Oh, the Vidoriga, yeah, they do look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the vice Garant to the warden in the background there.
Yeah. Actually, looking at them, I think they actually literally might be a reference. They might have been the inspiration for 14 because they even have the claw hands. The like.
Yeah, that's possible actually, to be honest.
I mean, that's just such like a specific design bit. I can't imagine it wouldn't be.
Yeah. So we're looking for a tablet to unseal the 12 legendary weapons.
Okay, is that in the Temple of Moor?
Yeah, Pyramid of Moor, yeah. I like that they've had to add Pyramid of Moor in the Western version, because it was originally just called Pyramido in Japanese.
More like Pyramid of Moor name.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if this really can be called a... Do I have to kill them at the same time? Is that what's going on?
That's possible, let me have a look.
The like demon wall that is a threat and pushing you towards an end destination, like they have that in 12 and they have that in I mean, to an extent they even have it in 14 with multiple bosses, like the one in Amdapor Keep. But I just love that archetype, or I mean, again, not archetype. I love that idea of living wall comes in and is pushing you towards your doom, fight back or flee.
I think it's a fun mechanic, I do. Yeah, they need to go down at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's an entertaining mechanic. Uh, Infinite says 2 of your favorite 14 content creators are streaming at the same time. Fantastic.
Woo! Play the game.
Yeah, oh, Yukio, the JJK movie was completed in 4 months. How long was that again?
Stuart, good to see you. Glad to have ya. When I see the background, I get flashbacks to Crocotopia from Wizard 101. I played Wizard 101 like hardcore for like a week or a month or something. What, gotta be probably like 15 years ago at this point, and I have not thought about that place since now, and you have just brought back some memories.
I've been seeing a lot of Wizard 101 content on like TikTok. I can't say that I haven't played
Really?
it myself. Yeah.
I guess that makes sense that a lot of people who grew up with it could now be nostalgic for it and are creators on TikTok.
Oh, I hate when this is a mechanic. This used to really annoy me in Twilight Princess. You know, with the shadow beasts, and if you fought more than one, you had to kill them both at the same time. Well, close enough.
Yep. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if I had like Liberia or something right now.
Yeah, that's true. Apparently, Flare level 3 can kill them both at the same time, or if you berserk one of them, then the other one won't resurrect.
Oh, interesting. Let's just solve that way then. Well,
Nice.
modern problems require modern solutions.
So that's a 1 hour and 45-minute anime movie from beginning to end in production that got made in 4 months. That is an insane timeline in Venice.
Jesus Christ!
I don't know how
That's insane.
It's really high quality animation as well. It's like super fluid, a lot of battle animation.
I mean, if it was garbage and it was made that fast, it would still be impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, right, we got the sealed tome, and that's going to allow us to open the door.
Right. Yeah, it does.
Look, the sealed tome. Oh, Demands, good to see you. Glad to have you. Blessed by the soil and the spirits of the past, one tablet rests. Right, we need each of the crystals to... Yes, okay, right. It's all coming back to me.
We need each of the mineral-based MacGuffins.
Mineral MacGuffins is definitely the alternate title to the Final Fantasy series.
Yeah.
Does anybody see the top of this pyramid and immediately think A Link to the Past?
Yeah, I see that.
Also, okay, does someone want to help me here? Why is it called A Link to the Past? You go to the Dark World. You don't, like, there's not really time travel for the most part.
Yeah, I guess not. Maybe the Dark World was originally envisioned as, like, the past, but it's not. At least not in the narrative.
Yeah. Link Between Worlds actually makes a lot more sense as a name.
Yeah.
It's a metaphorical link to the past. Okay. Advancing Wall of Doom, always great concept for a boss unless it's Expert Wall of Flesh from Terraria, approaching you with the speed of Formula 1 bull-eyed. Yes. I'm loath to say it's a great archetype mechanically in terms of fun, but it's definitely just so flavorful. Oh.
Huh. This is strange. There's a...
What?
So, in 1990, Nintendo Power held a contest requiring you to take a photo of the war mech enemy from Final Fantasy 1. First person who did that received a hint to a secret room in Link to the Past that contained a bunch of rupees and a message from the developers. What a strange crossover.
That's the sort of thing that if you were on the internet in the early 2000s, someone would have told you about, and you wouldn't have been able to be sure if it wasn't a real thing or a bullshit thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, getting a gun in the Pokemon Center.
Yeah. Or a Mew being under the truck. Look at that.
Oh, wait,
cool
can I...
snake.
And they're actually avoidable. If you don't touch them, you don't have to fight them. That's cool.
That's the beginning of a much bigger mechanic that we'll see later on.
Yeah. Well, and this dungeon is already starting to seem... This dungeon, speaking of Legend of Zelda, this dungeon's feeling a little bit Legend of Zelda already.
No, I see that. Ah, okay.
Let me catch up. When I see the background, I get flashbacks to... Was a nightmare solo for me. It wasn't for Stranger with level 100. I would have been stuck in those tombs. Always be thankful for high-level strangers. That is That's where some beautiful moments can come about in video gaming. This seems like a labor lawsuit waiting to happen. Mineral MacGuffin is the name of Final Fantasy music cover band. That is a great Final Fantasy music cover band name, yes. There's a Pirates 101?
Huh.
Huh.
Flying ship battles, that sounds kind of fun.
Huh. That's really cool. Hey, it's those stone tablets with faces from several places of 14. Yes, and...
further underlines the link to Belodiah, since those are inherited from the Maki ones.
Right, the Maki one, the mini boss right after the second boss.
Yeah. Just press all the buttons. That's an interesting place.
I mean, look, I'm strong enough that it can't go wrong. Speaking of, though, I should probably change one of my Ferris's job to something else.
Is Ferris going to tank for us?
I guess, but I already have ninja maxed out, I think, or samurai maxed out. Honestly, the samurai kind of looks more like the ninja outfit. The ninja looks more like the samurai outfit.
Yeah, actually, that's...
Or maybe it's just the coloring.
Even... Yeah, I guess. Oh, I'm glad to hear about your Nintendo working... your uncle working at Nintendo, Dominions. Not your Nintendo working at uncle.
Well, my Nintendo works at my uncle.
Ah, okay.
The Mew is under the truck, Naniri. Okay, here's the funny thing about the Mew under the truck. While that's bogus, you can get a Mew on Nugget Bridge. That's real.
Is that real?
Oh yeah, I've done it. Because what happens is you're basically you're programming into the game itself. Programming is a bit stringent, but basically you're messing with the values of the game enough that it's making it so the next enemy that you would fight would be 151 or 152 or whatever Mew is. And therefore, the next enemy that you actually fight in that specific location will be a Mew.
Okay, alright. So it's like, there's a lot of that with, like, the first two Pokemon games where you can basically program it by taking certain steps in certain orders and doing certain things.
I mean, lest we forget missing No off Cinnabar Island.
Yeah.
And that the level, like, what, 124 Cubone in the water and level 137 Marowak. I remember seeing that for the first time in video game. Must have been like 7 or 8, and it just blew my fucking mind. Like, video games have limitations. Like I didn't understand obviously everything about games and how they were made, but that wasn't a thing. Like, how could it exist? It couldn't exist. The level doesn't go that high.
It's kind of explicitly ritual magic, the way that it works. Like, yes,
Isn't all gaming just ritual?
I invoke these dark and esoteric steps of seemingly random and arbitrary complexity, and in return I receive something impossible.
Okay. You know what? I'm down for it.
Infinite says that they love the personalized job sprites for each character in this game. I agree. They're really delightful.
Yeah. Oh, I'm forgetting her name, and I need to start remembering her name. The sprite artist for Final Fantasy. Sprite artist, Final Fantasy. There she is. Kazuko Shibuya. Like, she does not get enough credit. She did, like, all the sprite designs for the early Final Fantasies. And so much of the character of the game is thanks to her.
Oh, really? I don't think I've looked into her very much.
Archeosaur. Where does Archeosaur show up in 14? I know it shows up.
It might be some all hard.
That does sound right. Look at that wiggle boy. He do wiggle.
It seems like
give them free rare candies.
It seems like it's just a generic name for the T-Rexes. I think they show up in, like, Dravania.
Okay.
Oh, and I think the mount is called Archeosaur as well.
That's why I'm thinking of it. I'm thinking of the mount. I've sold Archeosaur leather so many times. Missing no remains the goat exploit, yeah. As looking enough of personalized job sprites in this game, they look so cool and unique. Who could forget to be the bare-chested Gallop? Yeah. Yep, there's a pirate one. Pretty much instead of cards, you collect crew members to fight for you. Oh, cool.
So it looks like the
Yes,
last Final Fantasy that she worked on was the After Years, and 9.
I mean, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. Unless you count Dimensions and Dimensions 2, which I don't necessarily, but yeah.
No. However, World of Final Fantasy I would count.
Yeah.
But that's very different. That's 3D.
Oh my god. For Brave Exvius, she did one job. She was the character supervisor and designer of Katy Perry.
Wait, there was a Brave Exvius crossover with Katy Perry?
Yeah,
You buried the lead. Okay. You need, like, I gotta pull that up. That's amazing.
She did a song for it.
Wait, what?
Wow, that's crazy. And
This is wild.
This was a few years ago, so Katy Perry was like huge.
I mean, Japan does love their crossover promotions. This is... Wow.
And it looks like it was done on an Instagram Live.
That's
fantastic. I kind of love that. Even if I'm not like the hugest Katy Perry fan.
Yeah, that's very Tokyo. That's very Tokyo of them. I don't know how else to put it than that.
No, I see. I mean, she looks great in this blue dress, so look for her.
Yeah. You know who she reminds me of? I mean, obviously it's much more regal, but she reminds me of, oh, I'm forgetting her name. Princess Diaries, Sound of Music.
Wait, Princess Diaries and Sound of Music?
Yeah, the main character in Sound of Music.
Oh, the nun? The former nun?
Yes.
Uh,
The actress who plays her. Come on, one of you guys must be into musical theater enough to be able to yell at me.
Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews, thank you. Julie Andrews, thank you. You ever tried that game? I have. I played Brave Exvius a little bit, Stuart. Hey, is that Death Gaze? Oh, it was Death Gaze. Basically, it straight up was from Dunscape. Okay, that's cool that this staircase has a timing mechanism.
That's pretty cool. There's some, like, I like the fact that they've introduced roaming enemies in this game. I know that's something that you enjoy. You prefer that more than random encounters, mostly.
Yeah, it just gives you more control, and there's more that you can do, like, to make choices. You can't really make choices around random encounters. But just that the staircase swaps from a danger to a not danger. Again, this dungeon feels like someone on the team was like, what if we made a Zelda dungeon in 14?
Yeah,
or in Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I never played Brave Exvius myself. But I always...
I mean,
I think I know so much about it because every single thing that's ever appeared in Final Fantasy appears to have like an enemy or a playable character of themselves in that game.
Yeah. I mean, even the card game has a whole bunch of them. Elio has angered the local acrobats union, I see.
Are these Omegas?
Wait, are those like... I was about to say, they look like mini Omegas. Okay, I need to know. Let me see. Come on, touch me. Touch me!
Ooh.
Mecha Head, yeah.
Mecha Head.
Oh god, Flamethrower, that just gave me PTSD of P11S.
Oh my god. Ooh.
Oh, jeezy, crazy, lemon squeezy.
It's okay, the power of Zeninage will save us.
Can I have my 4th teammate back now?
Yeah. I'm gonna miss Galuf. He was... I'll say it again, he was maybe the most successful like character, even like out of the main characters, maybe with the exception of Cecil, that we've ever had. Like I think his I think his character
that is
was
definitely Karn is definitely a reference to that. That is Karn hard up the wazoo.
Yeah, I see that. Omega is a super lush version of those mega heads. Yeah, that would make sense. Oh shit.
Okay, I really like this. I'm actually having to think about where I'm walking, and I appreciate that. Yes!
Bots is real low.
Oh boy.
Good job, Bots.
What is this, mother? Is he a freaking Let's Go Pikachu? Survives every attack just because he doesn't want you to feel sad?
Oh yeah, oh my god. And then they also made that mechanic in obviously much tuned down in the last 2 games, haven't they? The main games.
Yeah, as far as I know, Omega is basically just that infinite. Oh, you my mummy?
Oh my god, good episode.
Great episode of Doctor Who. They're full of bandages.
Oh yeah, so fire to him, that makes sense. It did the job. And Zeninage always does the job.
I swear, this game, like, I'm not even mad, but you really can break this game just by, like, farming up a bunch of kill.
Why is Lena not with us?
That's what I was trying to remember. Do you want to go ahead and look that up for me? Because now I feel bad. I don't know why last week or last time was so hard for me to remember today.
We've got our brain full of recording, full of floor talks.
Pretty much. It is. I mean, it is in part genuinely because I've been torn between like 3 different places. Aha! Eat shit, Omega.
Eat shit, baby Omega.
I guess that basically just is the Omega minion, right?
Yeah.
The one that follows us around.
Yeah, pretty much. Someone get him like a little baby sugar boyfriend.
Also, if you have never done, probably should not be using Zeninage so much, but if you have never done the Endwalker post Omega quest, I highly recommend you do it. It's so good. Well,
yeah.
Frick me a biscuit and call me monkey.
I think it's got. Oh yeah, I think the palace got like exploded with her in it, so we think she's dead. Is that right?
Right. Beyond the Rift quest series, thank you. Jesus.
Oh yeah, coming out the ground in Khan Hard as well. There are the booby traps that kill the treasure hunters. Yeah, okay. This is very Khan Hard. I mean, I guess realistically, it's just sort of tropic, sort of
Egyptian,
yeah,
blah blah blah.
But still,
I still feel like, I still feel like the fact that they're repeating that sensibility, you don't really see it much in any other Final Fantasy. I mean, you've got things like Wraithwall's Tomb, but that's not really Egyptian. If anything, that's more like Syrian or oh, I'm forgetting the name of the place. They used it in, and it's an exterior in Indiana Jones. In the 3rd film. Frick, what is it? The random like edifice
Petra,
in the middle of the desert.
Yeah. So
yes, Petra, thank you.
Like Nabatean, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I need to do the Variant Dungeon in Eureka still. The Voids and New Game Plus menu are bothering me. Well, Dibins, we're gonna be doing some like Variant Dungeon events and stuff coming up. Or also, you can always be looking for group too. So I'm doing streams on Elio now most days where we're unlocking everything and finishing up everything so that he'll be completely ready for Dawn Trail. And we'll definitely begin doing a day that's just going to be doing Variant Dungeons.
Yeah.
I'm going to join him. There were no small Omegas in Karn, so hard, so no inconclusive. That would be funny if you get there and just all of a sudden there's just like a little Omegas skittering about the place.
That would be interesting. Something to do with Mark, I'm sure. You can always blame it on Mark.
I guess my question is how did like the Omegas how did these Omegas end up here?
I guess that's a good point, because there's not, like, I mean, there's booby traps, but they're not super high-tech booby traps. Sometimes, I think this game does put more into the world building with the monsters than previous, but it's still maybe a little bit of paralysis. I like the way that her ears fall down, though. That's super cute.
So much character expression.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. It's like, the characters are great, but sometimes some of the creature designs maybe aren't the most, for where they're placed, are not the most considered.
Oh, we have that guy with the website where he models the models of them. Oh, that could do Shabti, so that would be very ancient Egyptian. the little votive statues.
Oh, okay. Also, now I still need that picture. I need like a shirt of Drippy on it. Drippy with the drip.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh man, I forgot about Drippy. How can I forget about Drippy?
I love that I can't remember the like key plot points, like how we lost Lena, but I can remember Drippy.
Oh man, I love Drippy. Drippy's a fantastic little enemy with this big fucking hammer.
Dude, can you? I hope. Let's all like push Square to Studio 3 to bring back bring Drippy into Final Fantasy 14.
I would love to see Drippy. I want to see like a Drippy boss, like the first boss of a dungeon.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. I was definitely thinking more like the Hobgoblins in Calusia, but I'll gladly take that. Okay, since that was a black robe, let's see if okay.
I believe Elio does
Wow,
have the fairy mount from Hello.
I don't actually.
Oh, don't you?
No, well, I do on Lend, I don't have on Elio.
Ah, okay.
Because I haven't done it on Elio. With only 2 people, me and my friend. Nice. Guess I just need to study the bosses more then. Never sure how to avoid their attacks. Oh, I know they're technically soloable, but I have the gear to survive the bosses. Yeah, they're definitely learnable. It's super easy. Yeah, as long as you have Variant Cure and the DPS one, it goes really, really fast. If you play Healer, it's even easier, but slower. Tank, it's the same. DPS is fastest. I love that the white robe went on the black mage and the black robe went on the white mage.
Some duality.
But yeah, we've got a bunch of people who gladly would do the variant dungeons with you too. I mean, I had someone who joined me last night. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting who it was, but who just joined me at like 3 a.m. just to help me out get some notes for today's recording.
Oh, that's nice.
Here, you know what? Let me call them out just because that was very kind of them. It was Renara. Renara helped out with that.
Thank you, Renara. Yes, I do need to do Hello, and in fact, I will be doing it with Elio as my first time doing it, so that will be nice.
Yes. Variant Cure is pretty broken. It really is, because I just need to study the bosses more. Never try to avoid their attacks. They are fun to learn, I promise, too, and they are really consistent once you know them. I explained it. I went in Paladin and lost the Battle of Attrition. Yeah, if you bring in Paladin, you definitely can clemency yourself enough to win it. But you can do most of those fights without taking pretty much any damage other than raid-wise. Why is there a half-naked girl on the floor?
That's obviously Zephyrus, and she's telling the creatures of darkness to go forth. Oh my god!
Oh god! What is that abomination?
That's fantastic. Well, Zephyrus is the deity of the gentle and favorable winds of the gods, so okay.
That oh my lord! It's blowing us up.
It's using level 3 flare.
And it hit all of us because we're all multiples of 3. Wow. Okay, that was interesting.
Oh, she can summon a lot of different things. She can summon a Ronkin Knight. Is it supposed to be Ronkin then? Or is that maybe just like a holder version? Oh, maybe this is this world's version of the Ronkin Ruins. That would make sense.
Well, isn't this world version of the Ronkin Ruins Ronka that we went to earlier?
Oh, that would also make sense.
Because this is more Egyptian, and that was just more like generic, for lack of a better way of putting it.
Yeah, that's true.
Neri absolutely needs to do Alo Alo, the best Lala lore to date. That's definitely true. They gave their fairy a gun. I mean, to be fair, they didn't actually give the fairy the gun, but the fairy got a gun.
They left their gun cabinet unlocked, and an unattended fairy picked up a gun. You want to know who keeps putting all the monsters in the chests? Good question. Oh my god.
Sekhmet?
Sekhmet's supposed to be a lion, so we've maybe not quite hit the mark on that one, but...
Oh. You may have defeated me, but my brother in the tower will...
Diminsley, you leave Sekhmet alone.
Look, Dimins knows what he's about.
That's true. I can't complain.
I've seen the things you're about, Naniri. You definitely.
That's true. You got me on that one. Yeah, she's supposed to be an angry female lioness, not a male night minotaur. But I guess we play fast and loose.
Look, what we were just talking about Sildy Subterrane, the looseness with which they play. We were talking about that earlier.
Oh, the mob,
14 or yeah, Final Fantasy has never been exactly the most stringent about taking a name and necessarily making it relevant.
Yeah, I can normally work some sort of. I mean, there's normally some sort of connection, like the Mesopotamian link with, Persian link, I suppose, with the Marlborough.
Ah, that's what it was. Right.
Your cat just flung a toy mouse.
Fairy's got. Fairy's got a gun. Do do do. Fairy's got a gun. Do do do. What made Fairy snap? Was she tired of the scholar's crap?
That would be believable.
Beautiful. Very much so. My cat is playing with a toy mouse and he just flung into my face. I mean, look, your cat is a demon of making your life hell, so.
This is cat culture.
I mean, Shiva is an ice lady instead of a four-armed man because of stupid shiver ice pun. Wait, is that really why?
That makes sense, though.
Wow.
Press every button.
But yes, I'm definitely not going to be complaining about Shiva's design. Because Shiva is a great. And at this point, look, I'm not going to lie. There's probably not an insignificant amount of people in the Western world and Japan who might associate Shiva as an entity with the summon more than the real world deity.
Yeah. Oh, so the name that the Death Gates have here, the Regiformes, is just the scientific name for like flatfish and manta rays.
Well, I guess that makes sense, like, with it flying through the sky, and yeah, I guess, okay. You know what? Not complaining.
I've developed a little bit of an obsession. I went to try this game because my friend keeps telling me about it, and they're, like, really into it. So it's like, oh, I'll play it for, like, 2 hours and then stop. But unfortunately, it's Elite Dangerous, and it proved to be extremely addictive.
Yeah, I've played Elite Dangerous in VR, is the main way that I've ever played it.
I think that would be super fun. I think VR would be, like, with the stick, would be really fun to play it.
Yeah, we gotta get a whole HOTAS and everything.
Oh, you got the HOTAS, yeah. But it is violently... It's not... I wouldn't even describe it as fun, necessarily, but it is very, very addictive.
It's Space Trucker.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally Truck Simulator, but in space. Like, that's the thing people don't tell you, is that that's actually what Elite Dangerous is.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I'm just doing taxi service right now as my current gameplay loop.
Okay, what are the two different patterns? Okay. Oh my god! Would you stop? You're the worst.
She's your good friend, Zephyr.
Oh, I probably shouldn't have used that. I'm gonna run out of money before too long.
We're impoverished because we keep throwing money at people to kill women. We're random women to kill them.
Look, throwing money at women to make them explode works, okay?
Evidently.
Oh, I was about to say, I wonder if I drop down here if it takes me to the chamber below, because I think there was a chest down there. Yeah.
Oh, nice. We'll take it.
Hey, a pity prize.
Oh, and a second secret pity prize.
Mental image of cat aggressively eating fake mice. Oh my god. Bum, 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 bum.
Kana, not actually Limsa. Okay. Yeah, the Lamia, the Lamia do look like something that you could find in Limsa. Or Alamigo, I suppose. Ooh. My dogs be shouting.
Important things. They must alert you to them. Okay, why are you so good? Why is throwing money at people so effective?
It is sort of objectively the best, like, battle skill in the game.
Just wait till we get to the end of the game and there's like all the final equipment that's really important to get. It costs like ridiculous sums of money.
Oh god. It's okay, we can probably still Zeninage our way through. It's that powerful. Oh, there you go.
Oh god, they just gave... At this point, seeing that is not like, oh good, I can buy stuff, it's good ammo.
Yeah, it's just ammunition for us now.
I'm also torn. This is definitely partly about how we're playing this. Like right now, for instance, this is a good dungeon. This is good gameplay. And if I wasn't like antsy to continue on to the following Final Fantasy games, I think I would be perfectly happy with this part of the game where there's just a lot of like good fighting and dungeons and stuff. But like at this point, I'm also now kind of just like, kind of just want to see the rest of the story.
Yeah, I'm like I said the other day, I don't think this game has overstayed its welcome, and I think all of the other ones have, even though I think there's a lot to like about most of the other Final Fantasy games, and there's some stuff to like about all of the others. I think they quite often overstayed their welcome by their sort of the final third of their gameplay. I don't think this game has, but I am excited to try 6, and then especially, you know, like 7 and 9 and stuff like that, and 10.
Mm-hmm. It's paying people to go away. Yep. That is exactly what it is. It's funny because my first experience with that type of attack, honestly, was Yojimbo in 10.
Yeah, it's definitely... I think Yojimbo is like the poster boy for that kind of thing. And then we had a discussion the other day about how, you know, it must just be an indication of the historical wealth of samurai, the way that it works in Final Fantasy.
Abilities.
Tanky crap.
Put the small girl at the front of the line.
Oh, new special child soldier.
I guess honestly, as long as I just give the ability white magic to her, she can basically do what she was already doing.
Yeah, true.
Honestly, actually, you know what?
Out of MP equals out of money points. I guess I see that infinite. It's a little surprising that we don't have like a coin shot from Machinist, but maybe they're still saving that for the inevitable Corsair.
Yeah. Well, now it makes me wonder, like, look, obviously, we literally don't even have the next job for the final caster for Dawn Trail announced yet, but it does make me wonder what, like, the future of other jobs is going to be. Because, look, we don't know, but Viper's brand new, and if we're right and this next one is, like, Green Mage or Shamanistic or something, that would be one new, one old. And I wonder if we'll continue to see just brand new ones, because I know they said they were gonna have to make new ones just because they're running out of old archetypes, but I wonder if they'll find room for anything from older games to like pop in here or there.
I think that's possible. I like the idea that they'll continue to have old sort of holdovers. I guess that's not quite the right word, but you know, sort of. I mean, existing classes.
Right. But we were even talking about this, right? Like, just looking at the jobs in 5. We've got, okay, Samurai, let's look at it. Knight, Paladin, Monk, Thief, Rogue, Dragoon, Ninja, Samurai, Berserker, Warrior, Ranger, Bard, Mystic Knight. It doesn't have, I think, a corollary, but a Rune Knight would be really cool for 14. White Mage, Black Mage, Beastmaster doesn't exist, but hopefully the next limited job. Red Mage, Blue Mage exists, limited job Summoner exists, Time Mage doesn't exist, however, is basically effectively part of Ast. Chemist doesn't exist and would be a dope-ass range DPS. Geomancer doesn't exist, but also I hope that'll be a really cool caster, and I wouldn't be surprised if we did get Green Mage, if it was more shamanistic, if they didn't introduce ideas and concepts that were part of Geomancy, or like that kind of like ethereal manipulation vibe into it. Bard, Dancer, Freelancer. Well, that's not really something that they could ever make a job around.
It'll be fun though. We're just a really boring rotation, but like it gets powerful as the instance goes on.
If you have the more Omni 90, the more 90s you have, the more powerful it gets.
That could be an interesting limited job, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, is it interesting though? Because basically it's just once you've finished it, there's not anything interesting to do. It's just promoting you to do your roulettes.
Pretty much.
Would be fun as a new job Krile if it would be based on the FF5 Krile's sprite from here. Yeah, that would be really cool. Actually, let's see.
Oh, that would be interesting. Yeah, that's a good point, Infinite. Like if Krile would like a Geomancer inspired outfit for Krile for Green Mage, maybe if that's what she's going with, or yeah.
I am really curious to see if my rationale for why I thought there would be no Green Mage, like the fact that Ast kind of already has that time thing, but also time manipulation is a little bit like iffy in the lore. If they'll end up being vindicated in that, right? And why I said no Green Mage historically.
So I think that they're gonna abandon the time mage aspects of it and leave that to Ast probably, or if they have it,
I think
it'll
so.
be very, very supplemental.
Yeah, I think they'll go with the more shamanistic side and basically make it a confluence of, look, and a high copium, but like Geomancer. And the other aspects of it. Honestly, you should look up the version of it in Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced 2 and to see what sort of skills and stuff it has.
I will. I'll look that up now, actually.
Freelancer, the only job in the game allowed to unequip weapons. Oh, unequip weapon, yeah. Out of sorry, I missed that earlier, Ray. Out of MP, out of money points. Oh, that's really good. How do you kill a clown? You beat him to death with a bunch of coins.
So yeah, it looks like they have mostly buffs and debuffs. A lot of shield skills.
Okay.
Some silences.
See, that's the thing, is that if they're a Saboteur Synergist, I wonder what their identity would be in 14. Because if they're a straight caster... I mean, I guess you could make a... the thing I used to pitch, right, is that once you have 4 casters, you do 2 and 2 like you have with, like, healers. So you have, like, 2 support casters and 2 DPS casters. So, like, Black Mage and, I don't know, Summoner are, like, the DPS caster, let's say. And then Red Mage and Green Mage would be the support casters.
I think that's
kind of like how you've got... Yeah.
I like the idea of having like a support and debuff sort of base. Cause I think they would have to make it, you know, sort of not necessarily based on those things, but just including those things, like how classes in 14, you know, take elements of what made their original class unique and include them in part, but won't structure the entire class around them when it doesn't make sense for an MMO. Yeah.
I guess what is it that you structure Green Mage around if it's not that Synergist Saboteur like archetype? Because every incarnation of it is basically either Synergist Saboteur or Time Magic.
Yeah, so if we're looking at A2, it seems like they're based around like maces and the use of maces.
Which that is Kryle's weapon.
Yeah, right, exactly. So you could do some stuff with that, and you could you know, maybe do some water magic or something like that. That's a niche that we haven't had filled yet. Hello, Sarah.
Sarah, good to glad to have you. How you doing? Oh, is this a... Okay, I'm suspecting
It looks like a boss room.
Measurable value, so let's toss on some healing items. Oh my god, woman, stay dead.
We've got an issue with Zephyros.
It is crazy how much the barehanded skill increases your damage.
It's just, I mean, monks are kind of just always powerful, I guess, in the early games.
I guess is what's nice about this game, right? Is that not only is something can be powerful early game, but then you can take what's good about that and toss it on something else later.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I'm torn because on the one hand we've like found a strategy that works, but like I don't look at any of the jobs and I'm not like, oh yeah, man, I got to use that. Honestly, if anything, I like finish a job like Berserker. Like I loved Berserker because it would just do so much passive damage. But it's like, okay, I've mastered it. Time to move on. And I like that the game's like rewards you for mixing it up.
As well, I like that. It's such a more interesting sort of method of doing the classes than three-head.
Mm-hmm. Because that almost ended up being linear, just because basically each set was better than the last. Okay, let's talk to this tombstone. You obtained the first tablet.
Oh.
What's going on?
Oh, cool.
Oh, we're raising up. Okay. That took me a second to understand what was going on with the perspective there. Oh. Well, that's handy.
Yeah, thanks.
Look, something's written on the tablet. The Dragon King Bahamut. Huh. Oh. This feels safe. The peninsula! It's sinking! What?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I did not remember a peninsula turning into a dragon. Uh-oh, here it comes. I will await thee at the summit of the North Mountain. Huh.
It's the airship. Boko in the background.
That would be really funny if just like Boko piloted the whole way. It is honestly actually a little surprising that they commit to literally having one of your 4 companions not with you the entirety of this dungeon.
I mean, I guess they just made some concessions to the story in that regard.
I mean, it's easy enough to have them balance around it, right? But it's also like gonna be so disjointed in terms of leveling. Like if Lena didn't get leveled up that whole time, right?
Oh yeah, that would be a pain.
Listen, it's a Windrake.
There we go. It's Lena.
Lena, are you okay? Come on, wake up, say something.
Body belongs to me. Oh.
Oh boy.
Lena.
What the?
I summon you, foul beast, from your millennium-long prison.
Millennium-long prison between the dimensions. Go forth, Melusine! X-Death!
Well, thanks, Windrake. Thanks for dropping off your X-Death.
All that was once sealed inside the rift is now mine to command.
Lena, stop, please.
Lena? Face destruction at your friend's hands. X-Death. Please excuse me for a moment. I have a turtle infestation to take care of.
You leave him alone. He's cool. Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
I guess not.
Oh shit!
Jesus. The Scholars of Val never get a good ending, I guess.
Man, I gotta appreciate how much X-Death is actually, like, an effective villain.
It's very effective.
Soon, very soon, the power of the Void will be mine completely, and the entire Earth will kneel before me. Let us stop. Sacrificing himself, Hiryu attacked. The demon is expelled from Lena's body. Oh, Hiryu.
Huh.
Now! Hey, Melusine. For those of you who have done Void Arc. Oh, lordy.
Well, oh. Wow.
So that's where her two-leg design. Oh! Oh no, the near air strategy is broken.
Oh shit, are we out of money?
No, the money doesn't do anything.
Okay, that's not good. Oh no,
God,
that's
okay.
not good either. Yeah,
Look up her weaknesses quickly.
Okay, hold on. She is weak to... Ah, okay. So her weaknesses change depending on... She uses an ability called Barrier Change. And she can be weak to either fire, ice, or lightning.
Okay.
Oh, no, she's absorbent of 2 of them and weak to 1.
Okay.
Not sure. She starts the battle in her fire vulnerable form.
Well, too late, she just swapped it.
Okay.
Okay, let's... Okay, Black Magic. Let's try Blizga.
Ah, yes, that's right. Melusine is the coil boss.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking of, what's-her-face? from Greek
Echidna?
mythology, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Echidna. Melusine is the, coil, the one that petrifies you, right?
Yes, yeah. Melusine,
I flip-flopped it.
Melusine is an interesting figure well, she's not even a mythological figure. She's really more of like a folklore type figure. And she's from France, which is a mark against her, but
I actually don't know anything about the historical figure or any of that. What's up? What's going on with that?
she was a really pretty lady, but she was like she had like a serpent lower body, and she married a nobleman, and she would always bathe in private so that he wouldn't see her snake tail. And then he saw her, and she fled into like a river, basically.
Oh my god, how am I supposed to figure out, like, by the time I figure out what the goddamn element is, it swaps.
I wonder if there is a way to do that. Let me check.
Okay, she probably uses the 2 elements that she's strong with. So if I just wait to see what elements she casts. Because she used fire and thunder and she was weak to blizzard.
That would make sense. Okay, interesting.
Okay. Thundergaw. Okay, barrier change. Wait for her to cast. Yeah, I wasn't kidding. Yeah, you're correct, Infinite. Thank you for correcting me. Modesty is definitely not one of her weaknesses. Look, we should all be so lucky as to feel that confident in our own skin.
And to have like a cool snake mount that we can sit on.
Okay, Blizza and fires. That means lightning is lightning's good to use. Thundergaw.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, now we're learning. Now we're thinking with portals, I mean black magic. Oh, she's gonna stance change, right? Oh, thank God.
You got up in time. Oh, nice.
Hey, success. I was going to say something about being an oddly dragon-shaped piece of land, but yeah, and then it turned into Bahamut, right? Lena.
But Lena, Teresa, Kyle, the castle. We were the dog. We know. Don't try to speak.
Right, because they were pointed into the void with the castle. Dude, but can you imagine like an interstitial where you played as her for a bit before being captured by like Exodus at the end of it, with like her in the castle in the void?
Oh, that would be fun. That would be like, maybe we could
Yeah.
do that if they do like a remake.
I mean, that's the thing, like a 3D remake of this game, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's like a little bit overdue, to be honest, because it is a really fantastic game.
See, this is the one nice thing about Square Enix being a little bit desperate, is that they're more likely to do shit like that.
Yeah, they've sort of entered the Disney era. They're just remaking all the old stuff now.
I do think, at least when it comes to game, that there's a really, like, for instance, okay, setting aside whether 7 Remake is actually a remake or a response to its original, mechanics add so much difference into the texture and tone that I feel like there is a lot of value to remake. There is a lot of really, I think there's a lot of value to be had in remaking old games.
I think, yeah. Yeah, Infinite, the Amdapori Council. That's one of my favorite books from Google. It's really funny.
Yep. Yeah. The one where they explained why they don't use the gun, the stuff,
yes.
And they swap to the numbers. Yeah.
Though
Amon is using Fire Guff Forte. He's an old school boy. Yeah.
We can enter.
Well, that makes sense because he would have been before the Amdapori Council. He would have been the 3rd Astral Era, so that's like a good lore catch.
Yeah, makes sense. We can enter the interdimensional rift near where Castle Tycoon used to be. Oh, Jesus.
We have to hurry. It won't be much longer before X-Death gains the full power of the Void.
But Guido said we had the power to fight him and win.
We'll need the 12 legendary weapons first, and they're sealed in the castle of Kuza. There's no time to waste.
Okay.
Cool. That works. Oh, also, I totally didn't realize this because I didn't pre-order Stormblood. But when it came out, but the minion for the pre-order for Stormblood is Sildra.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. They said none could control the infinite power of the Void. Pathetic fools. Power of the Void, heed my call. Reveal your true form. God, there's so many memes you could put in there. Go forth and destroy everything. Show how absolute your power really is.
Oh yeah, the silver man. Did you get a wand that barks minion?
Are the weapons going to fight by themselves? I'm not seeing everyone using 3 weapons in each hand. Yeah, everyone's about to Zolo it. Oh, lordy. Fuck, he's just straight... Oh, man.
He's like nuking locations on the rag.
I feel like each game lately, each game so far in the series has incrementally gotten the bad guy just closer to straight winning. Until we're going to get to 6.
The description for the Sildra is so cute.
All the towns are being sucked into the void. X-Death, stop! I'm sure he can hear you, Bartz.
I'm sure he cares. Yeah, I guess you do look a bit like the Aisha Scope's lower levels a little bit.
Not the Moogle town! No!
Oh, it's
okay, now it's
Moogle
personal.
death.
Kupo. Kral, Kupo.
These
Okay,
giant ass Moogles.
now we're gonna... I'm about to kill this motherfucker. No one fucks with the Moogles. Bartz, please help! Oh yeah, you're right, they do with that, the crystalline, but with the darkness energy around it as well. Infinite, good catch.
This is awful. Even a tiny place like Lix, Bart's hometown.
How could anyone do such a thing?
Thank you for reminding us that was his hometown. Paris, actually. That is appreciated.
Ah! Oh, shit. Wait, are we just flying across the world? Are we just going across the globe in circles now?
It's a little bit like it. We're gonna like Superman back in time.
I was just thinking.
Are we actually gonna do that? Bart, stop! Get a hold of yourself!
Riding the ship angrily. Jet propelled, yeah.
I actually found that quite effective at showing Bart's his like mental state. That like I think that worked out.
Just rather, that's the thing is, the game does not have to do everything with text. It can try to do it with actually showing some of its technical prowess.
Yeah. Oh, so the Sildra Mount's description for 14 is: legends say there once lived a kindly sea dragon who befriended a pirate, and that their friendship knew no bounds. This is not that sea dragon. However, with a little time and caring, who is to say that a similar relationship cannot be formed?
Oh, I gotta go buy that because you can buy the pre-order mounts. Like you can buy the pre-order rewards for the most part, other than I think the earrings. So I gotta go back. I think I have all of them except for Stormblood. I gotta get that.
Yeah, that's cute. It would be nice to have.
Okay, I'm gonna skip the optional stuff for now and just go to the Island Shrine dungeon.
That's fine.
Island Shrine, I think is this one? Yeah. You looking at the map, I think it's that one. What level are you? You're 40. Yeah, okay, so she didn't level up at all.
Oh.
That's lovely. We're gonna put on find passages. At least we have 4 people again.
Cool music though.
Oh.
Oh, it's the
Right, we
gargoyles
need the next
again.
tablet. These motherfuckers. Okay. I know how to win this, it's fine. Damn, you do some damage, girl.
I guess in the oh yeah, the body language that they managed to convey through the sprite work in this game is fantastic. They do a really good job of it. Infinite. Have we come across any new references, AC? Yeah, well, references to what? To like mythology, to that we can see in 14. Yeah, we've got Melusine, who I believe first appears here. We've got some
We got the
Karn
most
like
important
stuff.
reference, Drippy. Yeah, a lot of Karn stuff. Why are we burning the tome?
I know, it feels a
Within
little
an
bit...
island shrine, kissed by wind, one tablet rests. Like, what if someone else needs to go in?
I guess
Do you ever-
taking the tablets out, we're not going to put them back.
I feel like I think about this very often whenever I'm playing games or reading. Like, for instance, imagine that there's a group of people who summon demons and you have to create all sorts of enchantments and you know that you need the bone of a priest and blah. Like, who figured that out? You know? Like, I always think about that. Like, who figured this shit out? Because someone had to test a bunch of random shit and put it together and see if it worked. You know? Like, I never understood how, like, certain magical spells are devised when, like, you don't have a lot of chances to test it, right? Especially if like you're summoning demons.
This is the sole function of Sharlayan. No, but we do see that, right? We see it accidentally being found in 14, which is interesting with some of the void scent summoning, where they're just like, yeah, we'll sacrifice a bull to our god. Oh god, it's inhabited by a void scent.
Yeah, but like, who figured out that they create ley lines would be useful to capture? You know, or like what, like summoning seals and all that jazz.
I think we get the impression that the old Lalafell cultures really liked maths, and then that's kind of how stuff like that came about.
I mean,
those
fair.
specific disciplines.
That's fair for like Arcanima and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean to go back in that. Research witches.
Yeah.
Reference to practice of throwing money as a problem until they go away works every time. It does in our society.
Yeah. Look at Darth Sidious over here throwing Graviga balls at us.
That's not a battle in the Senate, I remember. Please be divide, please be divide, please be divide. Oh god. Eat coins!
It's all over with the coins.
Whoa, did I just get diamond armlets? Really?
You can equip them.
I want that chest. Compared to how old the sprites get. I mean, I disagree. You can see that their hair gets white.
Yeah. Gil for the Gil machine.
Ammo. Tasty, tasty ammo. Dude, I remember the first time I saw Zentetsuken as a kid. Like, I didn't have guides, I didn't have anything, so you just play the game. And I gave Yojimbo money, and then he used Zentetsuken. I was like, did my game just break itself? What just happened? Because it used Zentetsuken and it used it on a boss, and it just one-shot killed the boss. And didn't do any damage or anything. It just cut the boss in half.
Yeah. Oh, this guy looks cool.
Numbblade. He does.
Well,
Jump.
He did his best. Oh, do you want to know what his name is in a different, in one of the different translations?
Mm-hmm.
Slonin instead of Ronin. Like
okay,
a slow
that's
Ronin.
pretty good. That's pretty good. Well, Arcanima is literally magic geometry. I mean, in Jin, they also have magic formulas for those shapes. I know for a fact they do, because they state so. Oh, hi, Deadpool. Do you want to see the boy?
Oh, yeah. Everyone wants to see the boy.
Oh. Oh, yes. Her hair's growing back real good. It was a good boy. You guys know the original planned final showdown for Palpatine in the Duel of the Fates movie concept for Episode 9? He would have used a special double-bladed lightsaber that splits like a Viper sword. I mean, honestly, seeing as they did... Look, based on how that film was made... Do you mean the original concept? Do you mean, the Colin Trevorrow version? Or do you mean... Because basically, otherwise, the J.J. Abrams version, they were just throwing everything at the wall during that whole production because they had to put it together so fast.
The fact that this guy's naked but is wearing shoes is a little bit disturbing to me.
Disturbing? I feel like that's a vibe.
Well,
I definitely wear socks. No pants, but socks and a cape? I mean, that is a life I can live.
I never wear socks because I live in Asia now, so I just don't wear socks.
Yeah, I guess. Well, and also if you're in Singapore, right? The climate
does
not necessarily require it. I used to wear flip-flops year-round even when it was like in the negative temps.
Yeah, definitely. Like when you were living in Japan, or?
No, just like in the Midwest.
Okay.
Like when it was like, I just really liked wearing flip-flops.
Yeah, I do just wear flip-flops, so.
That was weird. The Rising Sun.
Yeah, Ventress does use connected lightsabers, and there are some people in the extended universe that do as well.
Look, if we want to get into the EU, there have been things in the comics for forever, or the like comics and books. Light whip, light back scratcher, light dildo, just like everything you can imagine. Light, good to see you. Speaking of, Light, good to see you. Glad to have you.
Oh, highlight.
Yeah, the Colin Trevorrow version. Okay, yeah, thanks, AC. Little known fact on Allo Allo, children learn advanced trigonometry before learning to speak.
Yeah, this is Lalafellin culture. That's why they're so good at merchantry, I guess.
Yeah. And yeah, I will say the Colin Trevorrow version of Rise of Skywalker definitely seemed more interesting than the one we got, but it's always easy to imagine that the thing that you didn't get is better than the thing you did. That said, admittedly, I'm not sure how hard it would be to be better than the thing we've got, but hey. I do not like to speak ill of the dead.
I wish it was dead. Somehow Palpatine returned.
Oh my god. I mean, look, I know the Force can do all sorts of weird and wacky things and has always expanded in terms of like what it can do. I mean, you look at the difference between Episode 4 and Episode 3, just in the difference of how the Force is used. But like, I'm sorry, Force healing just on a character and narrative level breaks so much. Like, it's not even about like in-universe lore of what it can and can't do. It's just a terrible idea because of how many things that retroactively don't make sense.
Yeah, yeah, it's an exhausting film, and I'm a defender of the first two films in the sequel trilogy.
I genuinely love The Force Awakens, and I genuinely love The Last Jedi a lot.
Yeah. I was like ride or die defense for them, and then that game comes out, and I feel like I felt like I was proved wrong.
Yeah. Man, that last one. Oof. Even before that, Avengers from Clone Wars using connected dual lightsabers, yeah. She only used the mode once, though, like in the show, yeah. I mean, to be fair, we've also had, we've had for the better part of a decade now, the Inquisitors.
Yeah, that's true.
I will say that their lightsaber design definitely was at first a little bit of like okay, spinny blade, this is a little dumb too. It's definitely grown on me in time.
I think they work better outside of the Rebels style. You know how the Rebels style is like the lightsabers are so thin, they're all like light rapiers.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't mind the thinness of that. I like the aesthetic, and it reminds me, and as someone who's a really big fan of the Ralph McQuarrie art, like, and grew up on that art, seeing them like that actually was, I liked it, but I know I'm in the minority.
No, I know what you mean. I just don't think it works well with the spinning sabers, particularly. Oh, what mount did you get, Raven, in WoW? I've been hearing that Dragonflight is like actually pretty good.
So one thing I'll say about WoW right now is I'm more excited for WoW than ever, thanks to a lot of the new information, like the
War Within and stuff.
The new, yeah, all that stuff is looking really, really exciting. However, I will say that most recent animation, that last animation for Dragonflight, was not well written.
Yeah.
Like, not like bad conceptualization of what happens even necessarily, just like poorly written.
Yeah. I am really excited for I'm really excited for War Within. I've been resisting WoW for so long because I've been like, I'm not doing it anymore. I've had enough of WoW. I've had enough of Blizzard being like cartoonishly evil. But I'll probably end up getting dragged back in at least a little bit with that.
Yeah, I will also say Seasons of Discovery is the first time I've been interested in playing Classic in a while too.
Yeah, I see that.
That actually, I find that really exciting. This is the first time I've been even remotely interested in playing World of Warcraft in years. But we'll see if I end up doing any of that, especially with all of this stuff going on with 14 and plenty of other stuff to be doing. I gotta play 11.
Oh yeah. You're playing 11, aren't you? That's going to be an interesting one. That's a grueling process, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, even just logging on is. I definitely, like, the thing that I keep hearing from other people in the T community, though, about 11 is it's just a lot less grueling of a process if you're playing with other people. So I'm definitely going to be trying to take advantage of the other people who are playing 11 in the community.
Yeah, I feel that. It seems
I'm
like
dangerously hopeful.
The community is extremely tight-knit, so that's good.
Yeah. I'm dangerously hopeful for the War Within, but from my recent return to WoW, I realized that I can barely play nowadays, get too used to 14 looking mechanics. Yeah, I think that's not WoW's fault, right? Like, just because we get used to one way of thinking doesn't mean that it's... But I will say, one of my favorite characters in all of WoW... I mean, look, I love Arthas, but I also love Anduin, and so them doing right by him and still making him... I'm not saying I want Anduin to suffer trauma, but I do like Anduin struggling and dealing with emotional burdens.
Yeah.
And so, like, that Anduin in the most recent trailer was just, oh, and I'm so excited for him to have, like, a really powerful story. But yeah, it's definitely, I'm optimistic, but I also have very little to lose if it doesn't go well.
Yeah, to be honest,
fuck me in a pickle.
I'll just like maybe sub for a month and then we'll see how it goes. Like I'll maybe do some launch content. I probably won't stick around, but it might be fun to have like a little try with it.
Yeah, we could definitely play together maybe a little bit. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah. Although I'm on EU.
Well, I don't currently have a retail account, so I could be on whatever.
Okay, nice.
I was not expecting this guy to be so tough. I should have been trying harder.
I think he's a boss, isn't he? Or like a mini boss, maybe.
Where's my golden needles? Where's my golden needles?
Oh, this dungeon is optional, apparently.
Huh. Really? But we need all the tablets.
I think we can do it without the weapons, maybe, but I think it maybe makes it a lot easier.
Interesting. Yes, Anduin's my favorite. Look, I maybe surprising no one. I love, you know, good people struggling with hard emotions, and you know, look, as much as I may not be a big fan of Battle for Azeroth. That animation with him on the fucking battlefield, you calling to the light to use it to like get everybody back up and charge, screaming for the Alliance is that's some good shit.
Oh, the expansion.
And then Wrath of the Lich. Yeah, and then the Wrath of the Lich King trailer is still to this day, I think, maybe the best. At least maybe just MMO, well, maybe the best MMO trailer ever. And I'm like, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I'm a fucking Shadowbringers and Endwalker are phenomenal, but I don't know how well they work if you don't know anything about... I can't remember how well they would work if you don't know anything about the game, you know? Whereas, I feel like I didn't know anything about Arthas, I didn't know anything about Warcraft, and that trailer definitely worked for me. But I don't know. I'm so biased towards 14, I'm trying to ignore those examples. It's definitely one of the best, if not the best.
Yeah, I mean, Blizzard does great cinematics, or at least did do great cinematics. But the boss that we just fought, the Tot Avis, is a hunt in Ilmeg.
Oh, that's cool. Let's change you off of Samurai. Let's get something. What's something we can get you on?
Oh yeah, you see, we've had a lot of Khan sort of parallels. I guess I see what you mean with the tablets, although that's more sort of like almost like decorative weights / yeah, big paperweights.
I watched the entire story of 11 in a condensed video, and I have to say the story is really cool, especially the Trevor of all. Yeah, well, I have not played it yet, so I'm gonna avoid that for now. And also, I mean, like, I'm torn to play in a video, but I'd rather have like an actual emotional connection to it. I'm assuming Speakers Network or someone has a full 11 video on it.
Yeah.
So excited for Echoes of Vana'diel. Good. Yeah, I know a lot of people really seem to be. I really hope he gets some catharsis. The man, he's been through so much. Yeah, the man's been through a lot. And I do love the shadow of like Arthas looming over him, like when his pose in the trailer, being identical to the one of Arthas's from the Wrath of the Lich King trailer.
Yeah, so I've not really played 11. I've played it technically. I have played it a little bit, but I am also quite excited for Shadows over Vana'diel. Echoes of Vana'diel, sorry.
Shadows over Vana'diel. Echoes of Vana'diel. Shadows over Vana'diel and Echoes of Mach.
I'm gonna have to watch like a recap video. I already know like the very, 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 very broad strokes of the story, but I'm gonna have to do some more research.
I'm going in blind, baby.
I'm glad they're doing an 11 raid. I think it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense to sort of respect where you come from like that.
Yeah, the question is how they'll do it canonically. Because also, look, I've been saying for years that they're all different universes, yada, yada, yada. But if they take this time to say, like, no, they're actually going to explain Vana'diel is another, not reflection, but another dimension or something. I mean, they could do that. I think they're going to pull an Evilise. I think they're going to, like, find a way to integrate its history into...
Yeah.
The world of 14s.
Well, I think it would be, like, even if they, so they're not saying that Vana'diel, the 11 Vana'diel's a shard, but I think it would make a lot of sense to have it be set on a shard, maybe that's,
I don't think that makes any sense, though, because their metaphysics and their gods and everything is completely different. They're like, there's no Zodiarch on the moon. There's no semblance of ancients or Asians. Like, I don't think there's any...
No, that's what I'm saying.
I think it does...
I'm saying it's not...
Oh, okay.
The 11 game isn't set in a shard. I'm saying that there is a shard that is called Vana'diel that has a lot of the same...
Oh, okay, I see. That is inspired by Vana'diel is what you're saying.
Yeah, like how Evilise is, it's not the Evilise. It's just a place called Evilise that has a lot of commonality.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've been pitching to people for a while.
Do you think we'll get Shantoto in the raid? No. Shantoto is already a... Maybe, but she's already like a dead person that we know about that lived in Mark.
Yeah. Well, there's Shantoto, and then also there's Shitoto. They had like an event thing a while ago, like early on in 2.0.
I think that was,
I don't know. Maybe.
Didn't that make allusions? I didn't think it made allusions to Mark, but it had like... Oh yeah, I didn't play that event. Or maybe I don't remember, that was so long ago.
Can only ever do your best, Raven. We watched the BlizzCon mostly for cheap laughs about the Warcraft Rumble. Just before the trailer, one of my friends joked that they'll make Anduin even more flamboyant. Cute trailer with ruggedest Anduin possible. Yeah, that is a man who is worn down and not only seen some shit, but been through some shit the past couple of years. It's one of my favorite cinematics. I get so hyped listening to the Battle for Azeroth cinematic music. Yeah, a lot of this WoW talk is going over my head. Even Shadowlands, as bad as they were, have one great scene, that of Garrosh freeing himself with sheer anger, slapping no-name raid boss and saying that he regrets nothing and deletes himself from the game. Yeah, that is such a great moment, just in that it's such a perfect character. Like, yes, that is exactly what Garrosh would do, and what he'd be like, I would do it all again, and I'd rather fucking not exist than not. Yeah, that's good. I wish I loved the cinematic more. The cinematic is style, but its substance is not even just lacking, but maybe very... it does a lot of damage to prior events, let's just say. God damn it.
It seems like, Shitoto claimed to be an interdimensional traveler in the event, but I wouldn't put too much weight on that.
Yeah, the other problem is it's not clear. The event canonicity right now is really gray, because there is obviously the Iroha... like 11 crossover stuff. We'll see what they do with it. I'm suspect that they won't. I think they're just going to create a... Yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah, no, I know that she's called Shitoto, not Shantoto, but like they are supposed
It's literally
to
the
be,
recreation of the character.
Yeah, it's just our universe is... It's possible that they have their own version of her on a shard or something like that. But... I don't know if
Shitoto and Shantoto are, for all intents and purposes, the same character in the same... Like, it's just the version of Shitoto in Eorzean.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible that she has, like, she could just exist on the shard. On another shard. We can always hand wave that away if you want. But I think there's other characters. Like, I think 11 has other entertaining characters from what I've seen. Like, it has, what's her name? The monk.
I'm just gonna say so far from the limited I've seen, Shitoto, I don't even find Shitoto entertaining. I mainly just find her annoying.
She is, yeah. She was playable in Dissidia. 11.
Yes, she was the representative for 11.
No, the other one. There's another one. She's like an elf, but she punches stuff.
Elf, but she punches stuff. I don't know who you're talking about. I find, like, for instance, the Shitoto haughty laugh more annoying than endearing. Lion, maybe Ray. Seems that Star is nexus of sorts for a lot of weird happening. Everyone and everything is coming here. Well, I mean, it's easy to say that from our perspective, but what if there's another star out there? I mean, if you take away, for instance, like Meteon in the final days, what if there's another star out there where a bunch of other stuff is happening? But to your point, I mean, look, because of what happened with the Ancients and the way in which the universe has been affected by the Endsinger and that our star was cut into the different reflections, you're not wrong. We are kind of a nexus.
Preach.
So I think to assume that we're the singular nexus might be a reach for sure.
Yeah, preach.
Like,
she's what I'm thinking of. She's the second FF11 representative in Cydia.
14's representative was Y'shtola, and I'm sad because Meteor would have been perfectly. I guess Meteor can't speak, so that's why they wouldn't pick Meteor.
Yeah. Yeah. So
oh boy.
She's got like a cool design. She's like a monk white mage fusion, so she could be like a really interesting character to stand by our side. Yeah, Shantoto is supposed to be annoying. She's like an immortal, like a she literally has the evil anime laugh. But sometimes it's supposed to be annoying is just annoying. So I don't really mind the character, but
yeah. So to answer your, yeah, I guess to get to that idea, yes, I think it might supposed to be annoying, but exactly what Anir just said, if it's supposed to be annoying and it's just annoying and it's not endearing or charming, then you just created something annoying. And then if you make that character, there's a difference between you have that character around sometimes versus that character is constantly around as the like representative for a game.
Yeah. And I think it's time to let someone else be the representative for 11. Like I said, we've had other characters that deserve that. Shatoto's cool, Shantoto. But she was the first one in Dissidia. She's been in every Dissidia game. She was in this game in a both as a major lore character and as a event character. Can we do the Hime-sama laugh? I'm sure Elio can do the Hime-sama laugh.
Like the like the haughty one, or
yeah,
what?
the haughty one.
Meteor can't speak, also making him fully canon is bad for all Neon Meteor players, which is, I assume, the majority of player base. I guess, but is that any different than having him in the trailers? Because that, to a certain point, to me, there's no. But I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay. I guess there is a certain vibe difference between the two. I follow.
I think Y'shtola makes sense, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I think Y'shtola's. And then Xenos was the villain, which perfect.
Yeah. And then 11 didn't get a villain until the most recent one. And then they got that little twink.
How do you really feel about him?
He's cool. I like him. I am not immune to twinks. I like Kuja, so...
Does he have twink energy? I know he's small, but...
Oh, Kuja has like huge twink. Even his his attitude, his fashion sense,
very bratty.
His daddy issues.
I can do it too. Like,
good job, Infinite. Good job.
I feel like I almost tried to do the Happy Mask Salesman there, but like you just need to crunch down the version of what I did. You still make sense. Also, good idea of using one of the main Final Fantasy draw cat girls. Yeah, I mean that definitely was definitely part of the consideration. If I'm allowed, could I send you a picture of the Mount Elio later? Yeah, definitely. I may be sharing it with a few others over today because I have a fear. Yeah, always. Feel free. Yeah, part of my other problem is that there's just also a lot of FOMO in WoW in terms of like, I would have to definitely go in thinking I'm not going to play and worry about collecting anything, which is very hard for me to do. I have to like really firmly set my expectations for a game to not worry about collecting everything.
And if you get into that mindset with WoW, then it will just destroy any ability to do anything else.
Like if you think 14's bad, oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess WoW's age has to do with that, but it doesn't do anywhere near as good a job as making its content accessible as as 14 does.
I was excited by the thought of what warriors could have made it this far, but you're just a bunch of sniveling toddlers. Haha, sorry babies, I'm sending you all to your graves.
Who's this cool guy?
What? What? Oh, okay, I just think we found Miniri's spirit animal.
He's JoJo posing.
So Wendigo, interesting.
Yeah, it's obviously pre. Okay. Wendigo is just a translation little name. Its original name is Stalker in Japanese.
Okay, well with that pose, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what I do every day. I'm gonna break him with coins.
Oh, he got cancelled in this version. His original translation was that he called us all a bunch of little girls, but he got censored.
Yeah, I honestly was expecting that.
Oh
my god, would you stop using... Oh my god! Okay, is it like every time you attack him he uses frost? How does this work?
Let me have a look. Weirdly, Amano did 2 full pieces of art for this guy.
Huh.
He... Oh, he's a roulette boss, so only one of them is damageable at a time. But it's impossible to know which one is right.
That is just utter garbage.
Each Wendigo copy on that takes turns to attack. Okay, so
well, right now Lena is healing from frost, so I'm just gonna keep using. Also, if you use Zeninage with her, okay, not only is it broken that this attack is incredibly powerful, guess what? If you use Zeni, it automatically chooses the right one.
Oh, not. Whoa. Wow. Okay.
So that's broken. Oh my god, that's amazing. God, what a broken ability. The gate to Fork Tower's resting place of the strongest white and black magic spells is opened.
Couldn't it be the Leviator twins, or at least Alizé? Because Alizé wasn't as popular as major character when that Dissidia came out.
Yeah, you got to remember this was a while ago. This was like Stormblood and Alphino and Alizé, and also like you would have to put both twins in. You wouldn't, and also Y'shtola is way more popular than either of the twins, like across like internationally.
Yeah, she got a lot more popular in like Shadowbringers.
There's something written on the tablet. Fork Tower, where the strongest of magics lie. If the 2 towers are not scaled and both spells removed in unison, both shall be destroyed, and the tower rent asunder.
You're very welcome, Raven. It's our pleasure to be here with you.
Yeah. I find a lot of value in just, being there for people, hanging out with people, trying to make people feel welcome, whether I succeed or not, is definitely, I don't know, I crave that shit. Call me cringe if you want.
No.
Wait, oh, man, you put a fast way out last time. Is there not a fast way out this time?
Oh, that's a shame.
Okay.
This is optional, so maybe they didn't want to bother like making an animation for an optional.
I guess. Okay, Fork Tower, 1 time only dungeon warning. Fork Tower's 1 time only dungeon, you'll want to get all 4 chests and the enemies inside. It's also weird. As you split into 2 groups to complete it. When you first enter the tower, check your in-game map. It'll tell you there are 4 chests. As soon as you split up, though, the 2 maps split. Okay. Okay.
Unless the true mean people call it Stolen Mother. Yeah, well, yeah. Y'shtola gets like whoopified plenty. That's definitely true. I think sometimes it grates a little bit on me because I think there's a lot more to like about her than that. But I think I understand why she's so popular. She's a very attractive character. She's very cool. She's got good writing.
Can't do the frozen film post for Dissidia. Yeah, I'm kind of... I have limits for how much I want that kind of stuff to be overly abused. I mean, like, look, as a taunt or something, yeah, it would be funny. But I also...
I loved that moment. I thought it was really cute. But yeah.
Yes. I don't want too much of it, though. And I definitely don't want it at the cost of the character.
Yeah.
This is Elio. This is literally pay to win. Maybe better nowadays, but also nowadays I'm too apathetic about WoW. Yeah, I mean that's fine. I'm still mad about the old event quests. Oh, you want a mount? Well, it drops with 0.009% probability from a certain boss build for only a week, so you better have a lot of free time to spend. Yeah, that's just bad. I'm sure some people think that that's good. I'm gonna outright say I think that is just objectively bad, like design. I think you can make arguments for why things being existent for a limited time can be a certain level of valuable, or this idea that you were there at a moment, and whether if you weren't there, then you weren't there. And I can appreciate that, but just when you make it that sort of bullshit, congratulations, you made it so that even people who really wanted to be there, who could have been there, just didn't look out, even if they worked as hard as they possibly could in that period of time, you know?
No, Infinite, I think
think
you are right. The mummification of Y'shtola has had influence on her development. The devs have clearly taken notice, and it's fine. I think Y'shtola's in a good place as a character right now. I think sometimes maybe the fandom goes a little bit overboard with it, where you can't really have a serious conversation about Y'shtola without saying, "Oh, she's so mummy."
Yeah. Yes, I think that's actually a great way to put it. It's not, the problem does not exist in her depiction in the game. The problem happens with how the fan base responds to that depiction and takes that single aspect and hypertunes it.
Yeah.
I think holiday bosses need a higher drop rate, full stop. I think that maybe there shouldn't be holiday bosses. I'm just gonna say it. Like, I think 14's system currently as it is my favorite. If there's gonna be limited time stuff, here's what you do, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, it exists limited time, but we will put it on the cash up after a year. If you want to support us, awesome. If not, but like that, to me, my only problem with 14 system, the only problem I really have with it is that the mounts are too expensive on the cash shop. Like, it's $12 when it should be like $5.
Yeah, I think
that's about it. That's my only.
Maybe they could put some of it for the Moogle currency.
Yeah, the problem is once they put them on the cash shop, they can't put them back in the game for tomestones, I think, for legal reasons.
Definitely. That would cause them. But if they don't put them on the cash shop, like, maybe that could be an alternate placement to put some of them that isn't cash shop related.
Yeah. I hate how I never got the headless horse mount again. They need to fix that damage drop rate. I feel so sad. Just defeated. That's the thing, is like, it's not... I don't know about you guys, but most of the time when things are limited like that and I manage to get it, I feel relief more than excitement. And if I miss it, even though I was trying my damnedest and I was doing everything right, then I just feel cheated. So that's not exciting. That's not fun gameplay. That's just...
No, I know. Definitely.
Like, I don't even have a... If you may tell me that a mount's got a 0.001% drop rate, right? But I can farm it anytime for forever, right?
I probably
then okay,
won't,
it's on me.
At least I don't mind.
Yeah,
it.
Maybe I won't, but I could. And that's the important thing, right? You can choose to. It can be frustrating, it could be kind of bullshit, but you could choose to work on it. You could make that choice. But when you can't make the choice, then I don't know. I just think I don't think it adds a lot.
For me, the only time I have an issue with that kind of stuff is like the time lost proto Drake, where there's like an extremely small drop chance and there's an extremely small spawn chance. So you just have to check an empty place repeatedly before, and then even if spawn chances, I feel like that's different, because that's also then you don't, like, yes, technically you can do it forever and that's better, but you also can only do it at very specific moments. And if you don't, and also you can't like spend a day just working on it. If it's time gated, you like just have to do it over time and hope. Basically, like, I would never farm that. Even like I found Invincible for a while, and I found a few mounts, and I got a few mounts from like the raids and stuff, but in WoW, But I think with the way that the way that 14, does raid mounts and stuff, where they have like a mechanic to guarantee that you get it for most of them, and then like the trial mounts and stuff, I like that more.
Yeah, my only problem with how 14 does... do you not have bear? Oh, there it is. My only problem with how 14 does some mounts, or for instance, like the ones in Bosnia, is that it's kind of like what we were talking about, where you have to wait for a certain event to, like a certain fate, I know they're not fates, but fates to pop, and then hope that the note drops. But I do love, all the, like, if you do savages, you will get one mount, and then you just have to keep farming it, or do it with a group, and then do it 8 times. And this is, God, you really can't undervalue this. The unsync system exists in 14. So, hey, you really want, let's say, the current Pandemonium mount, right? And you really, really want it, but you just can't do current savage. It's too frustrating. It's too hard. Doesn't make you happy. You will be able to get it. You wait an expansion or 2, and you will be able to, unsync it with 8 people and just breeze through it.
I mean, if you've got enough friends, then wait like 2 patches, and then you'll have the eye level to, not make it effortless, but you can do it that way if you're impatient. But you can just wait.
I mean, here's an example. I just did E12S with a party of, first at 6 people, and we almost cleared it, but we needed 8 people to clear it. And you need 8 people to clear it before you start hitting any, like, you still have to do some mechanics and some hard mechanics. Mm-hmm. So I would say 2 patches isn't even quite enough. It definitely makes it easier, but at least a full expansion is needed to even start to, I think, make a dent in the difficulty.
I think if you're talking about unsynced, yeah, but I'm saying if you put like a full team together, then the eye levels will give you an advantage.
But I mean, here's what I'm saying. If you go do P4S right now.
Oh, so you're saying
your
mechanics with instant kill stuff. Yeah, okay.
So my point is, if you don't do P4S right now, you may skip things if you're doing enough damage, but you will still have to do savage level mechanics. Yeah. Like, you can't... There's a bunch that you can't avoid currently.
That's true. I just think that's...
Like, I've been doing this a lot lately. That's just why I happen to know.
Yeah. Some savages are more fun than unsynced than synced. It depends on what you want to take out of them, I think, Infinite.
Yeah.
I mean, even Coil is still technically... I don't think you can do it solo. Yeah, I did manage to...
You can do most of it. There's some that you can't. Like, Avatar does weird things sometimes if you can't DPS it fast enough. There's a couple others that are a little much more difficult solo. Nail you can do solo. I think you just requires very specific classes and timing.
Yeah, so I managed to do Nail solo on Paladin, which it took me a few tries, but it was doable. It was just difficult. I also find Twintani to be a huge pain in the ass, but to be honest, I was just trying to bullshit her. So once you actually like try,
I've gotten really good at Twintania because I was helping to farm the housing item from it.
Twintania is a lot better with like even just one more person.
Oh yeah, huge difference. I still should remember the farm of the eyesight that managed to drop only after several years of farming, a week before I left the game. Yeah. Event boss is conceptually a fun idea, but they should drop guaranteed prizes, be objective of the quest with said reward, like Brickman from the crossover. Yeah, I think that's the thing is, look, as much as Final Fantasy XIV's events are not necessarily maybe that grandiose, you do a little bit of narrative, you have a little bit of fun, you get your reward, and you move the fuck on, And
Yeah.
I think that's probably the better way to do it.
I think so.
Or they're a little bit longer, and then there's the Tombstone events, which are, I mean, a little bit different, but they're all about the sort of convenience, really.
Mm. You've been reading a lot of adventuring and hero manga, you see. What kind of stuff have you been reading?
Summon Titan. I will say a very heretic thing. Some savages are actually more fun of unsynced. Okay, so here's what I will say. Whether or not it's more fun is dependent on whether or not you want challenge or you want to have, like, just kind of do a couple of fun mechanics that are a certain level of difficulty. An example, currently with E8 or E12S, you skip a lot of the really frustrating, really tight checks. So instead you have fun with the first part of Eden and then the second part with the Oracle of Darkness, and you get to kind of just have a bit of fun with it. So I definitely think you can have a more chill, fun time if you are doing unsync. But I don't think I would say that as a whole the fights are better, just less stressful, and that can be more fun. I managed to do coils solo, except for I love 2 fights and did those with last 2 fights, but that was at 90. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure you can do Phoenix solo.
I think you can, yeah. But for Bahamut, you need a limit break gauge, don't you?
Right, I guess because Mega Flare. I don't think so. I feel like I definitely survived Mega Flare without the limit break gauge.
They might have changed that. I remember them saying that they were going to try to make coils as soluble as possible. So they might have made it so that you don't need the thing anymore. Oh, you did.
I should pay attention.
Okay. I should know. I haven't tried to soil coils since like very early Shadowbringers, maybe.
Yeah, things have changed just a little bit since then, just a tad. I hope the 16 Ifrit fight is similar to that, with either getting all the stuff from a get-go or with. Here's what it's gonna be like, Infinite. It's gonna be like the Garuda fight from the 15 crossover event. I will bet you money that is exactly what it will be like. It's gonna be like a fun little solo instance thing you do where you get a special set of abilities that are really fun to use, and then it gets over.
Yeah.
Because that Garuda fight, you fought Garuda and you had the engine blade, or the teleportation blade thing that Noctis has, and you just like warped all over the place. It was really cool.
Yeah, they from the way they talked about it, they're definitely, appealing to that Garuda event in several ways when they're making this, the Ifrit one.
You should fight them for fun and symbolic reward, not grind them to dust until they spark spikes for mercy. I think I think wanting some grind is understandable, because I think I do want extrinsic. I want to be able to enjoy something intrinsically while also working towards an extrinsic reward. So like a good example to me is the mounts. I enjoy doing all the EXs for Endwalker, but it's a lot more fun for me to be working on getting the Lynxes. And I know that, okay, I'm either going to see a Lynx drop, and that's fun, or I'll have the pity with the totems. So I'm always working towards something. Or also the Paladin mounts, where you have to do a certain amount of high level duties in order to get the Paladin, or the mount, or the tank mounts. Also beach episode. Man, I'm glad you're all not multiples of 5.
Yeah, God bless. Lena wouldn't have been multiple of 5 either if she'd been with us to level up.
That skank. Oh my god, I'm just using Zenny like absent-mindedly now, just because it's so powerful.
It is kind of ridiculous, to be honest.
They had to have known, right? Like, someone playtested this.
Oh, yeah. But I think it's... Because it was kind of bullshit in the last game it was in as well, wasn't it? We've had it in a previous game as well. Was it in... Did a ninja have it in 4? What Edge? Did Edge have it?
No. I don't... Well, wait, no, maybe he did, because we were mentioning something like it. But I don't remember him having it. Go ahead and look it up.
I will, yeah.
I think it exists in 3, but I don't remember about 4.
Yeah, it could definitely be 3.
Oh, you know what? We're running up on time, so maybe we should, because we're 2 hours in. How are you doing on time? Like, I guess for looking forward to the future, like, how much longer could you run from here?
I can run for a bit longer. I'm a little sleepy, but I think we can go for a little longer.
Okay. Just because we've got these stories of the cave and more really cave is saying before this dungeon is linear, even the room that looks over before is at the end of the fight. Leviathan get Leviathan. Oh yeah, we didn't even make it to the Fork Tower, so we definitely don't. I'm gonna have to change the title of this video. I'm gonna change it to something like Zenny saves lives or something. Anyone got any votes for what to call this episode? Also, for you guys who are joining us, how's the time for this? I know it's a little late for some of you, like Infinite.
Yeah, let us know how it works for you guys.
Let's see. We had Fork Tower, and the Fork Tower is one-time missable, and there's also a lot of extra stuff to do now. Okay.
I think a lot of the
Maybe
optional
we'll go ahead
content opens up around here.
Yeah, the optional content just opened up now that we have the airship. So I think what we'll do is we'll probably call it here, and I'll go do that. Oh, hey, there's Boko. What a good boy.
God bless Boko.
Okay, let me reach out real quick. Also, if anyone has any questions or any of that stuff, now's a good time. Zenny is a Capcom game currency. Yes. Don't you mean Gil? No, I do not.
Okay, I'm glad it's
Because
a good
if you
time
look,
for UAC.
if you look at the Zeninage is the ability. So that's why I keep calling it Zenny. Also, Zenny is used by I know that it's like Capcom's thing, but I know it's used in other things as well, and I don't know why.
Well, we know why Zeninage used it. It's named for like a policeman who defeated criminals in Japanese novels by throwing coins at them.
I wonder, that must be it. Okay.
But the Zenny title? Oh yeah, we looked that up as well, didn't it? It was something like 100th of a yen.
Right. 1/100th of a yen. Oh no, because that's 1 cent. It shouldn't be zen, because that would be sen, like, you know, 1 cent n. Zenny. Let's see here. Zenny. Money etymology. Let's see. Zenny, an Edo era designation for common coinage. Zenny was an Edo era designation for common coinage that eventually became a byword for all forms of cash, an inspiration for a number of fictional currencies, including the one by Capcom. So it's that the one that makes Capcom special is just that it spells it with a Y, which is funny because it doesn't even have that in Japanese because there is no Y. Where's the spoon tower? Working title: throwing money at half-naked women. Though I don't think YouTube will love that. No.
No, yeah.
No, I don't think they will.
They might come for us for that one.
Dawn Trail is more of a summer vacation. I actually do like that distinction, AC, that Dawn Trail isn't a beach episode, it's the summer vacation interlude as a whole. Cue the Kingdom Hearts 2 music for Twilight Twilight. Oh, God. I love bum, 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 bum. Oh, God, Yoshika. Oh, my God. Yokoshima Mora's music is so good. Oh.
It is really fantastic. It has almost an otherworldly quality to it, this song.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're probably going to be wrapping up here for now. And Niniri, I think we'll probably be much more consistent about being on Thursdays now that our timing works out better.
Yeah, and we should be more consistent about recording as well. So that's nice for you guys. Well, for everyone actually.
Yeah, that's definitely looking up. I may be around after stream, either in 14 or I may be AFK farming in this. But so definitely don't be strangers if anyone wants to do looking for group or wants a hand running some content. Like if Diminzi needed a hand on the variant dungeon.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Go.
Fistful of Gil. Oh, a fistful of Gil. Oh, I like that. Let's.
We have discussed as well, maybe doing some casual streams, but like running some roulettes or something. But we'll have to see how that goes.
Yes, I mean the nice thing on T Live now is I have I have it all set up so that we can definitely be running Elio and Niniri things. I'll make sure to make a thumbnail that actually has your face in a Niniri. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, toss a Gil to your trash mobs. Oh, farming of plenty. But I hope you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I'll see you real soon. Don't forget we have Friday Book Club tomorrow. We'll probably also potentially have an Elio stream or a work stream. And if we're doing Elio, we'll see what we end up doing if we work on a job or leveling or unlocking stuff. But definitely if you want to hang out with us, that'll be during the early parts of the day. Or if you catch me, work streams will be in the Discord themselves. I will track stream announcements to finally get an opportunity to pet Real Niniri. Yes. Yes. Okay. Well then, I have been Elliot Forturon.
And I've been Niri.
And we will see you guys oh so very soon. Cheers, everybody.
Bye-bye.